Yeah, boy, it's Monday. That's what day it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's Monday. It's your guy, Nick Frazier. What a Cooler Talk podcast, man. We here, man. Tonight, we are going to talk about this linebacker room, and we're going to look at this top 25 AP poll that came out. We're going to break it down a little bit. I might be solo tonight. We're going to talk about it in a minute, man. What a Cooler Talk sports coming up next. Let's go.
Boys and girls of all ages, you're tuned into the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah.
You are now tuned in to Water Cooler Talks, covering everything you love about college football, especially everything going down in the SEC conference. So, if you love college football, you need to lock in. And now, your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick.
Yeah. Boy, it is your boy, Nick Frazier, one half of the Water Cooler Talk Sports podcast, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm solo tonight. Solo dolo in this thing. Today, ladies and gentlemen, is Marcus's birthday. So make sure in the chat, everybody says happy born day to Marcus. So Marcus is taking the night off and having him a great day because today is Marcus's birthday. It's another day of birth. Well, it's another born day for Marcus, man. So happy born day to Marcus. So man, hope Marcus is having a great day. Hope he had a great weekend for his born day as well, man. So I'm telling y'all, man, make sure that y'all tell Marcus happy born day to Marcus because it's the day. Today's the day, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here around the water cooler tonight, man. I'm not going to try to keep y'all alone tonight, but I'm going to hold you as long as it hold me. That's all I can say. Before we get into it, man, make sure that you follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, man. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk, man. Follow us on Twitter at CoolersPod23. And of course, please, if you are here right now, subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell button so you know when we post more videos and when we go live. Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen, all season long, you know what's coming this season? You know what's coming? We are doing Auburn. Well, I'm doing Auburn live watches for the games, man. And the first one is for Baylor, August 29th, 6:45 p.m. Central, 15 minutes before game time, man. Come and join me around the water cooler and watch the game with your boy, Nick Frazier. We're going to be there. That's what it is, man. Auburn live game watch, Auburn versus Baylor, man. We appreciate that, man. Come around, kick it with us. Get your snacks, get your drinks, get everything ready because guess what? This is the start of the season. This is the start of something that potentially could be big for Auburn this year. This is the start of a 10-win season for Auburn this year. So we need y'all to come around the water cooler, and we need y'all to send all of the power that you have, all of the Auburn spirit that you have to Waco, Texas, to help Auburn leave Waco with a W. That's what we need you to do, man. So 15 minutes before every game this year, 15 minutes before, we'll be sitting here. We'll be doing pregame. Then, of course, we'll be watching the game all the way through. And then 5 minutes after the game, we'll have the post game over on Auburn Addicts TV. So make sure you subscribe over to Auburn Addicts TV because the post game is going to happen over there with DC, Marcus, and some other guests. Maybe Tez may join in as well. So we'll see what's happening, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here around the water cooler. Man, I appreciate y'all, man. But tonight, like I said, I don't want to hold y'all too long tonight, man. But I'm going to hold you as long as it holds me. Because tonight, man, we need to talk about some stuff. And oh, yeah, before I forget, you already know this is the call-in show. So if you want to call in, that's the number right there. You can call in, talk with me, let everybody hear what you got to say. Tell us how you feel about the linebacker room. Tell us how you're going to feel about this AP top 25 and things and stuff like that. So if you want to call in, 334-521-2679. Again, that's 334-521-2679 is the call-in number. If you want to call in and you want to chat it up with your boy Nick, man, let's make it happen, man. We appreciate that, man. But before we get into it, you know we got to roll into the first half. Let's go ahead and let's take this thing to the first half. You know what
this is the first half.
All right, man. We in the first half right now, man. And let's get to it, man. Let's talk about it, man. I am excited, man. I know we as Auburn fans have been excited about what this defense can do for Auburn this year, what it can be, what it potentially can do. Could it be a top 15? Could it be a top 20? Could it be a top 25? I think it possibly could be somewhere between that 12 and 10 range at the end of the season. But we talk about the front half, the defensive line, and how much talent is there, how much rotation we have there. We talk about how the back end of the defense and the secondary is just loaded with a bunch of talent and a bunch of just guys that are just ready to go out and just ball. But over the offseason, we've been talking about this linebacker room, and we've been talking about how potentially this linebacker room is thin, how it is inexperienced, and how it potentially could be the weakness of the team. And I got to thinking about this. I thought about this, and I said, you know what? Have we been looking at this wrong? Have we been looking at how this linebacker room, how we've been saying is inexperienced? Depends on who you ask. It's thin. Depending on who you ask, depending on how the defense is ran. If you know, last year we ran a lot of 3-down linemen with a stand-up edge, and we had two linebackers on the field with five DBs on the field. So we ran a nickel type defense, a 3-3-5 is kind of what we ran. Kind of had some 4-2 in there as well. But I'm looking at it and I'm saying, man, I think we've been looking at this the wrong way, man. I think we've been looking at what we've been saying about this linebacker run. I think we are in a good position, especially when we look at the rotation of what this linebacker room could be and how it could look. Before we get into it, man, I want to look at the comments that we got in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here. Man, I want to look at this. Let's take a look. Let's take a look and see what y'all got to say in the comments, man. Auburn Dad is in the chat saying, War Eagle, what's up, Auburn Dad? Hope you're feeling good. Auburn Dad said, man, the linebacker room is thin and unproven, but the talent is there to be dangerous. The talent is there to be dangerous. Yes, it is. This could be the most surprising part of this defense at the end of the season. I wholeheartedly believe at the end of the season, we'll sit back and say that we are going to be super excited about the future of this linebacker room at Auburn, and especially if you can add a piece, another linebacker in this upcoming 26 class. If you can add another one to go with the guys in this room, they'll still be young, but you're going to have a lot of guys that played this year that are young that will have experience next year for the next couple of years to come. So I'm telling you, it's going to be dope. Travell, shout out to the king of the comments. Travell Fitzpatrick said, Elijah Melendez has a brother that plays linebacker at Auburn. Antonio Melendez. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He's on the team as well, man. So shout out to him. JT, I tried to make you a moderator, man, but I couldn't find your name. I need your YouTube channel's name, JT, so I can actually make you a moderator in the chat. But JT with the quote of the day said, it could be scary or it could be deadly. It's coming from Magic Johnson. Whoa. All right. Shout out to JT with the quote of the day, man. I like it, man. And he comes back with that and says, man, make sure y'all like and y'all subscribe to the channel, man. We appreciate that. The legend of Sweet Sugar Bear Williams, the Rooster Mac himself, the Huggy Beard is in the chat with us. What up, Huggy? Hope you feeling all right tonight, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe over there to the Huggy Beard as well. Karen Parker, what up, Karen? Welcome around the water cooler, man. Let's go and War Eagle from Karen, man. Shout out to Karen for rocking with us here around the water cooler as well. What's happening to you, Huggy, man? Hope you're doing all right, man. What's up, Auburn Dad? He's saying what's up to everybody. Yes, and happy birthday to Marcus. Today is Marcus's birthday. Terrell says happy birthday, little brother. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody saying happy birthday to Marcus, man. Today is his birthday, man. Shout out to our boy, Terrell. What up, my boy? He said, what up, Nick? Happy birthday, man. Happy born day to Marcus. Happy born day to Marcus. Yes, happy born day to Marcus, man. Today's Marcus' birthday, and we want to make sure that we all give Marcus his happy birthday wish. Hope he gets many more this day, man. Vandy Chris in the chat. What's up, Vandy? He said, who has the worst 7 days? Auburn, Texas, or Iowa? I don't know, Vandy. You tell me. You can call in when we get to the call-in section of the show, and you tell us. Tell us that, man. The Huggy Bear said, man, I knew he was jive when he said he'd be. He talking about Marcus, man. Yeah, man. Marcus's birthday, man. He don't need to be on. He don't have to be on the show tonight. This is his birthday. This is his day. Let Marcus do whatever Marcus want to do today. That's what it is. I know I probably wouldn't be on my birthday. I don't know. Maybe I would. Who knows? Y'all hit the like button. Yes, sir. Huggy letting everybody know to hit the like button. Vandy Chris in the chat again as well. Robert Smith said, happy birthday, Marcus, my man. That's Marcus's #1 fan. Robert Smith, as always. That's what I'm talking about. He said, Robert asked Vandy Chris, how has Auburn's 7 days been bad? So I didn't understand the question, Rob. That's why I told Vandy to call in and let us know what he thought about it when we get to the call-in part of the show. I was trying to understand it. I didn't know. Shout out and happy B-Day to my dog, Marcus. Yes, man. Happy born day to Marcus as well. The freshman tight end with Mary Jane. Big deal. Yeah, that's a big deal. I'm just telling you, man. It is what it is. Team JPC ×3. What's up, man? He said, I'm rocking with this pod, but y'all boys ain't winning in Waco. Okay, man. So you saying we ain't winning in Waco? Once we get to game week, we're gonna break that down. But you can go back and look at the videos that we did during the offseason where we looked at every single game on Auburn's roster. On Auburn's schedule, and kind of predicted and kind of saw what we were going up against. The first one we did was Baylor because it was game #1. And I'm telling you, man, I said don't sleep on Baylor. Sawyer Robinson, 5th-year quarterback, in the system with Jake Spavital. They got Ashton Hawkins coming back. Even though they lost their running back for the season, they still got Byron Washington, who's going to be at running back, who's a 1,000-yard guy last year. Josh Cameron is going to be one of those receivers. Kobe Prentice, transfer from Alabama, is in that receiving core for Baylor as well. I think the interior of Baylor's offensive line is pretty decent, pretty good. I think the tackles may be questionable with I can't remember. I think his name is Ryan Lingel. Ryan Lingel is one of their tackles, if I'm not mistaken. But Colton Price, who's the center for that offensive line for Baylor, he's legit. He legit. So I'm telling you, it's not going to be an easy game for Auburn, man. But I still think in the trenches, I still think Auburn dominates there. And I always say, where are games won? Games are won in the trenches. That's what it is. So I don't know, man. I think Auburn goes in and get a close win, 31-23 at Baylor, man. Yeah, we don't know. We talk about these. I don't know what we talk about. Okay, here you go. He says Auburn 3rd player arrested, Tennessee multiple injuries and an arrest. Iowa video scrimmage versus was Pee Wee football level bad. I don't know. It's camp. I mean, let's wipe it all out. Hollis Davidson is a freshman, made a mistake. Just like a lot of us did when we were young. Hopefully it'll go away and things and stuff like that. Tennessee got multiple injuries. If you've been on this pod and you've been rocking with us for a long time, you know how I feel. I think Tennessee is gonna have the biggest fall off in the SEC this year. This is not a hot take for me because I've already said it. I think Syracuse beats Tennessee game 1. I'm just being honest. That's I believe it. But, we'll see what happens, man. Robert Smith said, Vandy Chris, not. Man, shout out to our guy, Vandy Chris, and shout out to our guy, Robert, man. Man, that ain't a bad week. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad week, man. Karen Parker comes back and said, Malcolm Simmons had all charges dropped, Vandy Chris. Yes, she did. That happened today. Had all of his charges dropped. So get ready. Malcolm Simmons is about to have a breakout season this year for Auburn. Yes, sir. Let's go. Fair enough. Iowa and Tennessee both had bad problems. Yeah, but the thing is, man, what team? Are we expecting teams to be perfect right now at the beginning of the season? Are we expecting them to be that perfect? I don't know, man. It's camp. We'll see what happens, man. Only one player in that group was going to see the field, and he's playing now. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The Melendez, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, Travell. Last two Vandy. One was charges. Last two Vandy. One was charges dropped. Other was smoke weed. So not big deal. It should be legal. I agree. Hey, it's legal. It should be legal. We should be legal in my opinion. Somehow Iowa has Gronk listed as a starter over Hank Brown. By all accounts, Gronk has been really bad. Yeah, I also thought Hank Brown would go into a situation in Iowa behind that offensive line with the way that he plays. I thought that would probably be a better situation for him than what Hugh Freeze ran at Auburn, because I see Hank Brown as more of a pro-style quarterback anyway. So I thought him going in there and actually getting the starting quarterback job would be almost automatic, not completely automatic, but almost, because of just the way the play style is. So it is what it is. Tennessee is going to regress really bad. I'm telling you, I think Tennessee is looking at a 5-6 win season, probably 7. It's the ceiling for me. It is what it is. Well, shout out to Y2K Incorporated. He says Sick'em Bears. He's a Baylor fan. Shout out to you, man. Welcome around the water cooler with us, man. We talk SEC football, but over here we are Auburn fans, but we talk SEC all across the board. But I'm telling you, man, we coming to Waco and we coming to handle business, because guess what? Auburn, we are on a trajectory, because guess what? We trying to win championships. We trying to turn it around, baby. We trying to turn it around. And I feel it in my bones, man. So we appreciate y'all, man, for rocking with us as always around the water cooler, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat that's rocking with us, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat that's rocking with us, man. Hit the like button. Hit the like button like you call your mama ugly. Whoa, wait a minute. Shout out to Auburn Dad with that right there, man. I use that Tennessee receiver all the time in college football ultimate team. Yeah, man. I'm telling y'all, man, it is going to be it's going to be great, man. Yeah, we got a lot of people in the chat, man. 35 people watching right now. We got some people watching us on Twitter. We got some people watching us on YouTube as well. So we got about 35 people watching, man. So I appreciate y'all, man. Good news. One of Baylor top running backs is out for the AU game. Yeah, David Pendergrass, I believe. Pendergrass is his last name. He's out for the season. But don't get it twisted. Byron Washington, who's the guy that probably was going to start anyway, is a 1,000-yard back from last season. So I'm telling you, Byron Washington is a 1,000-yard guy. So we can't, like Auburn fans, we can't sit back and just be, all willy-nilly, like thinking we just walk into Waco and just because it just says AU on the helmet and SEC on the patch that they just gonna give up. Baylor's a good team. Baylor's a good team. Now they got deficiencies everywhere, like in their back half on the defense. They give up a lot of explosive plays, but their defensive line is pretty stout, even though I think our offensive line is better. But it's not going to be an easy game, and it's going to be a Friday night game, national televised game. You are the biggest game on television. You don't think Baylor's going to try to come out and try to make a statement about trying to be the SEC team? I'm telling you, we better be ready, man. Yeah, backup running back is who he was, but Byron Washington, running back for Baylor, man, 1,000-yard guy last year. He's going to be something serious, man. Chris, you have not seen Hank in live game action. Yeah, he wasn't great in our offense. He had a good game against New Mexico, I believe is who it was, but the next week against Arkansas, it was bad, man. Excuse me, man. Y2K say, man, we have 2 4-stars on the bench, man. We got a bunch of 4-stars throughout the whole roster. Y2K, we do. We got. I mean, if you believe in the blue chip ratio, guess what? We like the 12th to 13th ranked team roster in blue chip ratio, man. So I didn't see Baylor up there, man. But I'm telling you, Baylor has a lot going for them because they have a lot of return experience and they have guys that have been in the system for two plus years. So I'm not discounting Baylor at all. But man, we got to get into the show, man. Like, I appreciate everybody in the chat, man. Michael Trigg, yes, tight end for Baylor is gonna be one of the guys. I think he's number 1 as well. So I'm telling you, man, I'm not discounting Baylor. I'm not at all. I'm not one of those Auburn fans that's sitting here saying we just gonna go in there and just blow Baylor out. I think Baylor's a good team, but I do think we beat y'all by a touchdown. I do believe that. I'm calling the game 31-23 Auburn. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm calling it 31-23 Auburn. All right, man. Let's get into this. Let's get into the show tonight, man. All right, man. Let's talk about Auburn's linebacker room. Let's bring them up. Let's put them up on the board here, man. This is Auburn's linebacker room right here. Is what we looking at, man. So when we talk about rotation at Auburn, we talk about the rotation at Auburn, man. Like I said earlier, man, I think we were thinking about this the wrong way when we were talking about Auburn's linebacker room. Now, what do we see a lot last year with this defense? We saw a lot of 3-down linemen. We saw a stand-up edge. We saw a stand-up guy that's rushing the edge buck position. Then we saw 2 linebackers and we saw 5 defensive backs in the secondary because we had a nickel back plan. Okay, all right. So what do we have here? We have 6 guys that potentially could be in this rotation. You're looking at Xavier Atkins, transfer from LSU, sophomore, 6'1", 210 pounds. Bryce Dees, who was in this previous class, he's a freshman, 6 feet, 210 pounds. Everybody knows how I feel about Elijah Melendez, and the reports that have been coming out of fall camp about Elijah Melendez backs up what I've been saying all offseason about my guy Elijah Melendez. Do not make me play the video, because I will bring the video out. Elijah Melendez, freshman, 6 foot, 228 pounds, is definitely going to be in the rotation this year. And definitely he's going to be one of the guys that we look at in the future. Is going to be the backbone of this linebacker room in the future. Everybody knows DeMarcus Riddick. Everybody knows DeMarcus Riddick is that guy. Sophomore, 6'2", 228 pounds. Actually, I wasn't expecting him to be that big, man, because he looks small on TV and on tape when you watch him, but man, he play big. He play big, man. But that man is big. That man is built. That man is ready for war, man. DeMarcus Riddick, Robert Woodyard, probably right now the leading candidate for that starting Mike position, junior, and he still has another year to come back and play if he wants to as well. 6 foot, 241 pounds, and then the transfer in from Maryland, Caleb Wheatland, senior, 6'1", 231 pounds. As of right now, this, from all reports, could potentially be the rotation of linebackers that could be playing for Auburn this year. Now, when I look at this, man, I think when we say, like, I understand when people say that they think that this room is thin and they think that it's inexperienced. Yeah, I can see that. Thin for the way that this defense is played when you have two true linebackers on the field in this particular type set. I don't know. I don't know if rotation wise, I think we have enough. I think we're gonna have enough guys in this situation, to where we'll be able to keep guys fresh. If I had to pick guys that probably start, I'm gonna say Woodyard, Riddick, and I'm gonna say Melendez, man. I think Melendez has the chance to actually come in and get real playing time this year, based on what we've been hearing out of camp so far about what he's been doing in camp, man. I am super high on Elijah Melendez and what he's gonna be at Auburn in the coming years, man. Like, I am super high on this guy, man. Like, athletic, freak of nature. I actually think that's what his Instagram name, his Twitter name is. But I call him Captain America because it feels like somebody just took the super serum and just put it in him, and they just built this dude. But what do I see when I look at these guys? 6'1", 210, 6 foot, 228, 6'2", 228, 6'1", 231, 6 foot, 241. I see size. And then from what we've been seeing on camera, I see speed. I see size and I see speed. Xavier Atkins and Bryce Dees has been 2 names that have come out of Coach Hugh Freeze's mouth about guys that have been fast, who have been rallying to the ball, who can play sideline to sideline and things, stuff like that. We've heard about Melendez stumping guys. We've seen what DeMarcus Riddick can do last year when he got into the games at the end of the season last year. We saw what this man can do and things and stuff like that. He can play sideline to sideline, and he's not afraid to get his hat in there and make somebody and make some noise when it happens. And the fact that this particular group on the defensive side of the ball is coached by the defensive coordinator, DJ Durkin. I'm telling you, man, I think Durkin has a type. And I think right when I said that, I think Tim brought it up in the chat. He said Durkin got a type, no doubt. Yes, he does. He has a type. You looking at it, 6'1", 6 foot, 6 foot, 6'1", 6 foot, 6'2". Like nobody in this room is over that is like 6'4". Like he wants these guys that can move, that are physical, and that can play sideline to sideline as well, man. So I'm telling you, man, I understand. I understand when I see people say that it looks like we're thin. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like when I take a deep dive into it, I look at it and I say, I think that we have the perfect combination of size and speed to play in the SEC. I think we got the perfect combination of guys who can get in there, fill gaps, lay that hat on some guys, and let people know that we're gonna be here all game. I honestly believe that. So I'm not. I don't want to sit here and disparage people's beliefs and say like you shouldn't be worried. No, there is concern because besides Riddick, besides Woodyer had some playing time in the past couple of years, but he kind of lost his position to some other guys, especially when you had Austin Keys come back, especially when you had Dorian Mausi step in last year as well. Eugene Asante, those kind of guys, when they came in and started playing, he kind of lost his position as well too. So I'm just saying, man, like you have some of those guys playing. Caleb Wheatland is a transfer that has some very, very, has played a lot of football. So he could potentially step in and be a guy that can give you that experience and give you that opportunity to where you're not worried about the experience part and guys that have that can get fooled by something happening on the field. He can step in and be that guy. But when you look at Atkins transfer from LSU, he's played in the SEC. He knows what it's like to play in the SEC. Every one of these guys on this list potentially could be really big guys in the future. And the one part about it, I mentioned it earlier, a lot of youth. Riddick, Atkins, Dees, Melendez. All of those guys are sophomores and below. So for years to come, we got guys that can play in this room. And if we can just add some more guys in this room and keep it going and keep it moving, if we can add some more guys, I think we are looking at potentially what could be the strongest part of this team moving forward, man. So I don't think, and people may disagree with me on this, but I just don't think that this room is going to be the downfall for Auburn this year when it comes to play on the field. Now, will we see some growing pains with this team, with this room? Potentially. Yeah, we will. I think we will see some growing pains, especially you are playing a true freshman. You are going to play some true freshmen. Some true freshmen will play. So will we see growing pains? Agree. Yes, we will. But the more they play, the more they get acclimated to the game, the more they get acclimated to game speed, the more they get acclimated to, what Coach Durkin wants them to do and how he wants them to be the leaders of the defense and how to call the defense and what is warranted of them. I think they end up getting better. And it also actually helps with their development as well. Part of the conversation we had last week was development, pathway to the field of playing. And so having these guys able to get on the field and play so early is something that's going to help them as well. And actually helping them get technical as well, too, when it comes to hand placement, getting off blocks, playing sideline to sideline, taking read steps to get into the to read the run first as a linebacker. That's what you're supposed to do. Read the run first before you read the pass and things stuff like that, because you have to stop the run. And just being physical. Man. That's what we need to get back to. Shout out to Dustin, man, over at the Up Tempo podcast. Let's do a show with him every Sunday, 9 a.m. Central over on Up Tempo. And one thing that I said about, man, that this defense, that we need to get back to in this defense is getting physical. It's getting physical. And I feel like that we have that in the linebacker room. Like, we have linebackers that don't mind coming up and being physical with opposing teams and being physical with teams that want to test your spirit. They want to test your manhood and things and stuff like that is what it used to be called. So Melendez, he not afraid to step in there. We all seen what Riddick do. He not afraid to step in that thing. So I'm telling you, man, I'm not. I think we looked at it wrong. I think we are. I think we're okay. I think we're okay at the linebacker position. I think we just need to see these guys play a little more. I think we need to see them get the experience that they need to get and just let them get coached up by Coach Durkin, because we've seen, especially on the defensive side of the ball, that the defensive coaches are you see the development on the defensive side of the ball from the players, from the coaches on that side of the ball. You see it. So I'm not worried about, these guys having a problem and these guys not being able to live up to what they have been recruited to do. They all have talent. So my thing is, let's just get them on the field and let's just see what happens, man. All right, man. That's the first half, man. What we're going to do, man, we're going to take a break right here, man. We're going to head into the halftime. And then when we come out of halftime, man, we're going to start taking your calls. And we're going to talk about this AP Top 25 that came out. And I want to hear y'all thoughts on this AP Top 25 because, man, I got some stuff I need to say about it. So, hey, man, we're about to head into halftime. Let's go with...
Get out your seats. It's halftime.
Do you want to feel like a star? Then go to Hollywood Media and you'll be shining. From sports interviews, athletic highlight tapes, athletic photography, Hollywood Media will make you the star of all stars. Feel like a star on the most important days of your life, from college graduation to saying I do to your forever person. Let Hollywood Media make your event star-studded. Subscribe and follow on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media. And follow on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's. Hollywood.
Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy DJ, man. Day one support of the Water Cooler Talk Sports. Water Cooler Talk podcast is what it was then, man. But if you want to feel like a star, make sure that you go follow our guy DJ, man. Follow him on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media. And then, of course, follow him on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's, man. Day one support of the Water Cooler Talk podcast, Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. We thank you so much, man. So mess with the people that mess with Water Cooler Talk as always, man. Also, like I stated earlier, man, we are doing live game watches for all Auburn games this year. So please make sure that you are around the water cooler every Saturday that Auburn has a game. We will go live 15 minutes before every Auburn game. And the first one will be August 29th, 6:45 p.m. Central Standard Time is when we will go live 15 minutes before kickoff. Auburn versus Baylor at McLean Stadium in Waco, Texas, man. Big game for Auburn. Is a better win game for Auburn. Is it a must-win game? Don't know about that, but it probably more of a better win game for Auburn. Depends on how you look at that, man. But if for one, it is a big game for Auburn moving forward. So, man, we're gonna have live game watch here with your boy Nick Frazier around the water cooler, man. Building this experience out for y'all, man. I'm trying to make it as production quality as I possibly can to make it feel like you watching ESPN when it happens. That's what I'm trying to do, man. As always. And of course, man, every Sunday, 9 a.m. Central, man, I do a show with Dustin from the Uptempo podcast. So check us out over there, over at Uptempo podcast every Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Central as well. And then in the afternoon, I don't have a graphic for it, but we're gonna do it every Sunday afternoon, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. Me and DC from Auburn Addicts do a show called Have You Heard? When we talk about Auburn news from that week, man. So check us out over on Auburn_Addicts TV there as well. And make sure you subscribe to all these YouTube channels on YouTube, man. All the guys, man. Tez over at It's SEC Season, Tight Sports and Alabama Football Megacast. If you're an Alabama fan, and if you just want to get some good other teams content in the SEC, man. Auburn_Addicts TV, man. I do a show with DC Wolf over there Sundays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, called Have You Heard on Sundays. Dustin over at the Uptempo podcast, man. I got B Sharp over at Sharpshooter Sports Talk, man. Vandy Chris, you saw him in the chat earlier, the Golden Broom podcast. Make sure you go over there and subscribe over there. And of course, the Huggy Beard himself on YouTube, man, and on Facebook. Make sure you go follow him at the Huggy Beard and his other Facebook account, Bubba Hyde, on Facebook as well, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us around the water cooler. As always, man, we're gonna take a look at the comments take a look at some of you all's comments in the chat, man. No, the show's not over, man. I'm just doing all that in the halftime space right there, man. We'll take a look at y'all comments before we get to the second half of the show. Plain in the chat, he said, man, I think this game will be very close. Talking about the Auburn-Baylor game, I agree. I think Auburn wins this game by 7-8 points is where I have Auburn winning. I would say, again, Auburn will win this game 31-28, in my personal opinion. Tim, the tool man, Taylor, man. What's up, man? He said, War Eagle, man. What's good? See how Travell playing Auburn Dad Huggy. What's going on with you? My guy Tim. Tim the tool man, Taylor. Tim the tool man, Taylor. We have 10 linebackers in all. Yes, we do. But those 6 are gonna be the ones that's in the rotation. And I'm telling you that, man. Everybody speaking to Tim. What's going on, Tim, man? He said, bring out the footage. The Elijah Melendez video. I'll bring it out next time, man, when we talk about it, man. It is what it is. Timmy, what's up? What's up? Arbor Dad saying, man, football season needs to start tomorrow. I'm ready to see those boys. Yes, man. It's just like the closer we get, the further it feels away to me. Like we are literally, I believe we are 18 days away from 18 days away from Auburn Baylor. And it just feels like we just an eternity away, even though it's like right there. Like, man, like I'm so ready for it, man. Like I'm so ready, man. I can't believe it, man. Tim ready to get this bad season taste out of our mouths. Yes, man. We need, like Auburn fans, we need this, man. It's been a bad couple of years for us here on the Plains, and we need a good season, man. We need a really good season on the Plains for Auburn this year. I heard Barber is going to play, but he has to go back to his cell after the season. Stop it, man. Stop it. Still hate Barber mess. But he made his bed and he lay and he was Barber. I was a DJ Barber fan, because if we talk about somebody that can come in and hit some people, DJ Barber was that guy. If you go back and look at his high school tape and see him play in high school, DJ Barber was a thumper. He was gonna come in and he was gonna lay that hat on some people, bro, like for real. So I'm telling y'all, man, it's that's a sad situation, man. Could have been one of the next great Auburn linebackers. Not going to lie, this season was hard to watch and depressing, but I feel good about this season, Tim. Yeah, I mean, I feel good about it too, man. Yeah, all his tall and mobile guys, 6 foot, 6'1", 6'3", nobody over 6'4". You know what I'm saying? So he has that type of guy that he wants to be at, man. Bryce Dees is fighting bladder infection, too much soda in his diet. Okay, Travell, how do you know that? Travell, Bryce Dees is going to be oh man, those linebackers look really physical, like education, bro. Like shout out to Travell with the jokes and the rhyming in the chat, man. Shout out to our guy Travell, the king of the comments. Wait, off topic. Had Tahad Pettle for balling in Central Park in New York City. I haven't seen that. I need to see that. If he balling, man, like, are we concerned about him balling in Central Park in New York City? I mean, is there a clause in his NIL contract that says he can't play basketball, or does can't play out of the out season, or does he have a Michael Jordan clause that he calls for the love of the game clause, where he can just play basketball wherever? I don't know. But if he balling in Central Park in New York City, I'm pretty sure he hooping them dudes. I'm pretty sure he hooping them up. He crossing them up. He balling on them, man. I think once they all jail, AU's linebackers is gonna be a problem. Righteous, bro. I agree with you, Auburn. I agree with you, Huggy. I agree with you, man. I think we just looking at it from the fact that they're young, but we have to have expectations at Auburn about now that the talent is there. We have to start putting expectations on our team because of what we've recruited to the team. We can't be one of these programs now. Like we have talked about this ad nauseum. Auburn's the 13th winningest program of all time. Now you're starting to see a lot of talent match what Auburn has been historically. We have to start putting expectation on these guys and not coming from a place of fear and a place of just taking them back, saying we need to wait to see. Nah, we need to say y'all need to do it. That's what we need to be saying. Y'all need to do it. Your talent tells us that you are good. That's what your talent tells us. We can't sit. You can't, like, the whole notion of we gotta wait and see because we need to see what the talent does. Okay, no, I can't do that no more. The talent is there. If you say that about Hugh Freeze and the coaching staff on the offense side of the ball, okay, understandable. But the talent is there. The talent should be living up to what they have been what they have been held to, and what they have been what we have been told, what they have been recruited as. So that's what it needs to be, man. Derek says scary eyes on defense as a whole this season. I'm telling you, man. I think we're gonna be good. That linebacker is gonna be really overused. So I hope they are in shape to play, because a lot will be expected. I think we're gonna be good, man. I think we're gonna be good. Wait, is the show over? No, the show's not over, man. Then you got a show with everyone except Huggy, man. Nah, Huggy. What you mean I gotta show with everybody? I rock with everybody. What you talking about? I rock with everybody, man. It is what it is. I'm shocked by the growth of Atkins. Thought he was just a depth piece. Man, I was not expecting. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought he was too. I'm not gonna lie. Like when it was announced that he was coming to Auburn, I thought that he was gonna be a death piece as well. I did too. I actually because if y'all remember Phoenix Jackson, who oddly enough was at Fresno State, he plays for Baylor now. He was the guy that announced his commitment to Auburn, but Auburn was like, hold up, wait a minute, and things and stuff of that nature. Like Phoenix Jackson, adding him and potentially adding another guy like Caleb Wheatland, having those two type guys in. If you would have saw a Phoenix Jackson type guy come in, you would have been saying he's gonna play. Because when I saw some of Phoenix Jackson play tape at Fresno State, I was like, this guy is a blitzing cornerback. I'm not. Please hear me when I say this. I'm not saying he was a Eugene Asante, but he would have done what Eugene Asante did last year in the defense for us if he would have ended up at Auburn. But didn't happen. And he's at Baylor, so we're gonna be playing against him this year. But now when you go out and get an Xavier Atkins type guy, I honestly felt the same way too, John. I thought he would be a depth piece as well, but it seems as if he's gonna be in his rotation some type of way. And I'm not mad at it. Everything that we hearing coming out of fall camp is that him and Bryce Dees are two guys that have stepped up and have been I don't want to say surprises, but guys that have kind of played their way and potentially into the rotation type situation. So it's gonna be interesting and good to see, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Robert Smith said that first weekend might be the best games we will see loaded schedule. Man. Yeah, that's Auburn, Baylor. Then you got Texas, Ohio State that weekend as well. So yeah, I mean, you got a lot of games that weekend. I think South Carolina plays. Who does South Carolina play that weekend? Because they play that Sunday as well. Tennessee plays Syracuse that weekend in the Georgia Dome. I think South Carolina plays in the Georgia Dome that weekend. That Sunday. I can't remember who they play. But it is what it is. That is Barber's problem when he was giving out hits on the field. Oh man, yeah, he got no chill tonight, man. Exactly. We can't look forward to losing and praying for wins. Exactly. We can't be doing that, man. We can't be doing that at all, man. All right, man. If y'all want to call into the show, man, 334-521-2679, 334-521-2679. If you want to call into the show and let us know what you think about what's going on, man, please call in. Talk with your boy, man. It's good to hear from y'all if y'all want to call in and talk with us, man. All right, man. Let's get to this preseason top 25 list that came out, man. I'm gonna put no, I don't have to do that. This is the preseason top 25 that came out. So the AP put out their top 25 list at the beginning of the season, and looking at this list, 10 SEC teams ended up in the preseason top 25. Texas, Georgia, Alabama, LSU, South Carolina, Florida, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, and Tennessee. All SEC teams that ended up in the top 25. When I look at this list, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like I kind of hinted at it early in the show. I don't know how Tennessee is at 24, but you know what? As a matter of fact, I do. This is based off of last year. When you look like let's be real about this, man. When we look at Tennessee, man, Tennessee lost their quarterback Nico. Then you replace him with, you basically had the first trade in college football where Joey Aguilar came from UCLA, went to Tennessee. Nico from Tennessee to UCLA. Joey Aguilar regressed in his second year at Appalachian State last year, is what he did. In numbers. Go look at the numbers. He regressed, is what he did. I don't understand why Tennessee is there, man. I think Tennessee is about to play their way out the top 25 this year. Like, if there's any team that I am the most down on in the SEC, it's Tennessee. Any team, it's Tennessee. I'm the most down on Tennessee this year. It has to be. And you can call it hate, whatever it is. I just think Tennessee is not going to be good. I just think this is just one of those down years for Tennessee. I really believe that Syracuse is going to come in there game one and beat Tennessee at the Georgia Dome this year. I really believe that. Like, I don't believe in him, bro. I don't believe in him. But when we look at the rest of the list, man, Miami at 10. I don't know how to feel about that one as well. Indiana at 20. Okay, that's off of last season as well. South Carolina at 13 is a lot of respect for South Carolina at 13. That is very, very respectful, man. But that right there, South Carolina could potentially play their way up or play their way down in that schedule with what they got going on as well too. They lost a lot on the front seven as well, man. So I don't know, bro. I honestly don't know about that one. That's gonna be one to watch, man. Oklahoma at 18 is interesting to me because I think the combination of John Mateer and Ben Arbuckle at Oklahoma in that offense is gonna be deadly. I think it is, man. I don't want people. My thing is this: I don't want people to sit here and just be like, "Yo, I'm not so sure about this John Mateer kid." I'm telling y'all, John Mateer is that dude, man. John Mateer is that guy. He's that guy. He's that guy. John Mateer is going to surprise. I don't even know if it's a surprise. I think he's just going to put a lot of people on notice of what he did last year at Washington State. Now he's going to do it in the SEC. That's all it is. Like, I don't think it's going to be a surprise. Like, got a chance to watch some of his tape, and I was pleasantly surprised by what I saw. You know what I'm saying? I was pleasantly surprised by what I saw there and things of that nature. So I'm telling you, man, Oklahoma at 18. I think Oklahoma has a chance to play their way up. Looking at the top 9 though: Texas, Penn State, Ohio State, Clemson, Georgia, Notre Dame, Oregon, Alabama, LSU. I'm not mad at it though. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I mean, you really can't argue it. Maybe Penn State, maybe you can argue Penn State, but you look at what they got returning on their team. Penn State gonna be a talented team. I think that's why a lot of people have Penn State high as potential national championship winners this year and things of that nature. But you still want to see James Franklin win the game. I think James Franklin still got that moniker on him of like, can James Franklin win the game? I think that's what people still want to see in that situation. Oregon, Dan Lanning, them are getting a lot of recruits in this recruiting class. So somebody is believing in Oregon, and a lot of people believe in Oregon. I just want to see Oregon take that next step. I want to see Oregon come back this year and remember what happened in them last year against Ohio State in the Rose Bowl when they got dog walk in the Rose Bowl in the college football playoff. And I want to see what they do this year. Everybody knows how I feel about Notre Dame. Well, how I feel about Marcus Freeman, who's the head coach of Notre Dame. Spoiler alert: if anything were to happen to our head coach this year, I know DJ Durkin is the guy that's more than likely the next guy in line. But I would love for Auburn to reach out to Marcus Freeman and see if he would be interested. I'm just saying. LSU at 9. It seems like if you watch the documentary on Netflix, it seems like this season is championship or bust at LSU for the Bayou Bengals. That's what it seems like. It seems like that is what it is. Garrett Nussmeier came back to win a national championship this year at LSU for the LSU Tigers. That's what it seems like. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know what to make of LSU. I think they're gonna be better on the defensive side of the ball, but because that was their problem last year, especially when you got Patrick Payton, who transferred in from Florida State. Jack Pyburn transferred in from Florida, who was on that defense last year, and you get Harold Perkins back on the defensive side of the ball as well. I mean, maybe LSU is prime to be back in the SEC championship. Like, people forget that in Brian Kelly's first year at LSU, they went to the SEC championship game. They went to the SEC championship game in Brian Kelly's first year. Can he do it again? Can he get them back? I don't know, man. I'm gonna be real with you. Texas at 1. Ohio State at 3 is interesting to me. A lot of people feel that, like, there are some people who feel that Texas is gonna go to Ohio State and lose in week 1. A lot of people feel that. Like, some people think Texas is about to go up there and get beat in week 1 by Ohio State. But reports are coming out saying that Ohio State, their quarterback position, that's a battle. Like Julian saying that quarterback at Ohio State is not the clear-cut favorite. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like him and the other guy that's competing for the starting quarterback job, potentially, like that's a real battle. I don't know, man. And then plus Ohio State lost a lot of talent, but Ohio State has been recruiting well as well. Like Ohio State is reloading with talent as well. So could Ohio State beat Texas week 1? Definitely. Could Texas go up there and beat Ohio State week 1? Definitely. Which one is more likely though? Do you trust Texas Arch Manning with Arch Manning as the new guy that's coming in at quarterback at Texas to go on the road to the horseshoe at Ohio State and win that game week 1? Or do you trust Ohio State to come in and get that win? I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this game is more to the conversation of people of the Big Ten SEC conversation. Because if Ohio State win this game, oh, the noise is gonna come from the Big Ten is gonna be loud. It's going to be really loud if Ohio State wins this game. Like, like a lot of people feel like Texas is the best team in the SEC this year. That's what a lot of people feel like. A lot of people feel like Texas is the best team in the SEC this year. So if you're saying that our best team in the SEC goes up to Ohio State, who lost a lot of talent last year, lost their quarterback in Will Howard, lost Quinshon Judkins, lost the other running back to the draft, lost a lot, but they still got Caleb Downs on defense. They still got some other guys on the defense that's coming back. But if our best team goes up to Columbus, Ohio, and lose, what that says about us? What does that say about us? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's this season. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this is possible. This is probably the most wide open season that we have in college football, especially in the SEC. I don't think there's a clear-cut team that we can say that could win the SEC. If you want to say Texas, okay, that's fine. They people say they're the best team. But after Texas, who's that team? Who's the team after Texas? That's why I think this is the year for Auburn to show up and make some noise. This is the year for us to make some noise. Now, if you want to know what Auburn ranked when it came to this preseason top 25, I think Auburn was at like 30, 36, 37, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in that range is where they were. Which is fine with me, which is perfectly okay with me right now. Because if Auburn goes into Waco, Texas, and we handle business like we supposed to, and if Auburn goes in and dominates in Waco, I think the chatter gets loud about this Auburn team. I think it does. And I think people going to start to see where I am with this 10-2 in the regular season. I'm just saying, if Auburn goes in and dominates Baylor, and when I say dominate, I mean, and I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm just saying this is a potential. This potentially could happen. If Auburn goes in and beats Baylor 45-20 to 24, a dominating win, just goes in and just dominates from the kickoff to the final whistle. If Auburn goes in and dominates that, the conversation the next week is going to be about Auburn. It's going to be about Auburn. It's going to be about the Auburn Tigers saying, "Whoa, wait a minute. What did we just see here? Like, is this team for real? Like, this team might be what they might be up to snuff what people saying they are. This team might be it." I'm gonna give y'all an example. Y'all remember? Y'all remember the 08 season when Bama came in, and I think Bama played. Who did Bama play in that first game? And Bama just came in and just beat the dog mess out of one team. I think the score was like 38-0 or like 31-0. I can't remember the game, but it was like they dominated the team. They dominated them dudes. And everybody was like, "Oh snap, Bama is on everybody's radar." I think this is the year that Auburn can do that. I think this is the year that you have that opportunity where if you go into Baylor on the road at Waco and you do that in a dominating fashion, the narrative for the next week is going to be, wow, look at what Auburn did. Look at what Auburn did. I'm just saying, we have that opportunity, but the question is, can we take advantage of it? That's the question. I think Auburn wins the game right now. I think we win the game. I don't think it's a dominating win. If it's a dominating win, I'm gonna be surprised. But I think we win this game 31-28. 31-23 is what I think we win this game. Huggy Beard, he said, I'm glad AU ain't ranked. They play better when they're the underdog. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. That's why we're gonna shine on them, Huggy. Yes, sir. Team JCP, he said, shout out to my cousin Jonte Cook. What? That's your cousin? He said he gonna go crazy at Syracuse this year. Man, shout out to your cousin, man. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. That's what's up, man. Jonte Cook. That's what's up, man. Shout out to your cousin. Miami overrated. That could be the FSU in me though, as well. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage before we get up out of here, the man, the myth, the legend. It is Tez. What's up, Tez? How you feeling tonight, man?
Man, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm chilling, man. Just going through these comments. We was actually about to get out of here, but Tez stepped in. We're gonna get Tez thoughts on things.
I've been busy today, man.
Man, we know Ted's a busy man. That's what it is. Ted's is a busy man. It is what it is. It's all good though, man. Nick Beasley, what up, Nick? How you feeling, man? That's the other Nick, ladies and gentlemen. If y'all want to go subscribe to Nick Beasley show on YouTube, man. That's the other Nick. That's what I call him, man. Shout out to our guy Nick Beasley. Oh snap, calling in. It is the man himself. They call him the Huggy Beard. Huggy Beard is on the line. Hold up, let me get it to answer it. There we go. Huggy Beard is on the line. Huggy. Can we hear you, Huggy? How you feeling, man? What's up with you tonight, my guy? That's what's up, man.
You can't hear.
Go ahead.
Can't hear him, Nick.
Hold on, Huggy. Hold on, Huggy. Hold on. I'm gonna get you to hang up because Ted said he cannot hear you.
I don't know if the chat can, but I can.
Hold on, real quick, Huggy. I'm gonna get you to hang up and I'm gonna get you to call back. All right, just give me 1 second. I'm gonna let you know when to call back. All right. So Ted said he can't hear him. They said they can't hear him either. Let me go into the chat. I think I had it muted again. My bad. let me fix everything because I have it turned off, and then when somebody call in, I turn it on. But let me turn it on. Real quick. Let me make sure everything's good on my end here before we get into it. But Tez, while I'm getting that done, man, just give me your thoughts on Auburn's linebacker room, and give me your thoughts on what you think about this top 25 AP top 25 that came out today.
Okay. Yeah, so let's see, linebacker room. I like it. That was the question that was coming into the season was, what did our linebacker depth look like?
Mm-hmm.
I like what they have done, adding Melendez. And I say him because he's a freshman, but this is a guy who it feel like signing a transfer. Like it feel like this guy's played college football before. Him, I'm excited to see what Riddick does. Woodyard is a player I want to see on the field a lot. And DJ Durkin does rotate players a lot. So I think we're gonna see a lot of people getting in at linebacker, a lot of these names playing. I'm excited about this room. It is the biggest wild card on defense. I think most people are confident with the secondary. Most people love the defensive front, even though, initially the defensive front was like the issue, specifically the interior, whether we would have enough bodies in there, but I like what they've done there. And now that linebacker room, man, they got all the talent in the world. They have all the talent in the world. It's just a matter of putting it together.
Yeah.
And with DJ Durkin being the linebackers coach, and the defense that he does run is very linebacker dependent. Like he moves linebackers around and uses them for various of things, whether it's bringing pressure, stop the run, or even in the pass game. A lot of times we saw Eugene Asante, who was a middle linebacker traditionally on the edge, rushing the passer. So he's gonna move these kids around, man. I think all of them are super talented. So I'm excited to see what it is to bring. And I want to know who takes that step and just solidifies that role in the middle of the defense as that Mike linebacker. Is it Robert Woodyard? Does a
Or
freshman come
Melendez.
in
Elijah
yeah,
Melendez.
that's what I'm gonna say. Yeah,
Yeah.
does a freshman come in and take that job by the end of the year? Do we see that? But yeah, I want to see that, man. I want to see somebody in the middle of their defense that can come up and tackle.
I heard that.
It's extremely physical. The KJ Britts, the the Sean Davises.
Trey Blackmans, man. I'm always be a Trey Blackman fan, man. I'm always be a Trey Blackman fan. I wish Trey Blackman would have stayed at Auburn and y'all would have saw the fullness of that potential of what Trey Blackman was. Because God, that was a great, man. It was a great linebacker that just never got a chance to play. All right, Huggy, if you want to call back in. We're gonna try this again. I think I got everything set right this time. So if you want to call back in, Huggy, call back in. We're gonna get your point in right there, man. Yeah, my bad about that, man. I just have it turned off because until somebody called in and I just turned it right back on. So hopefully it works this time. And if I'm in the middle of a stream and stuff like that, sometimes it won't work when somebody call right in. So I have to do all the extra stuff. So let's see. Hopefully it worked. Let's see. I hope it does. I don't hear it in my ear, but all right. So we got Huggy on the phone. Let me turn his mic on. All right, Huggy, can you hear me? Tez, can you hear Huggy?
No.
Jesus Christ, man, we having problems. Jesus Christ. Huggy, give me your question and I'll relay it to the chat because you're on the phone. Just give me your question and I'll relay it to the chat so they can hear it as well. My bad. We're gonna get it fixed. We're gonna get it fixed. Don't worry about it. Nah, it ain't you, man. It's on my end. On both sides of the ball.
Nick said YouTube blocking Huggy.
Okay, Huggy asks, what position do you think is going to be critical to have the most successful season? And then on offense outside of quarterback, what position do you think that is as well? That's Huggy's question.
Okay. So same question.
Appreciate you, Huggy. Huggy, I gotta hang up. I'm sorry, Huggy, I gotta hang up because it ain't working. I gotta get it fixed. All right, then. All right, Huggy. Yes, sir. All right. See, there it is. It just started working. Y'all should. Wow. I don't know why y'all don't hear, but okay, it is what it is. Go ahead, Tess.
So on both sides of the ball, basically, what position do I think is going to be critical to our success?
Yeah, he basically said outside of quarterback on the offensive side of the ball, which position on the offense is going to be critical for our success. And then he said on the defensive side of the ball, which position group is going to be critical for our success.
Okay. Boom. Well, Ed Darby just put it in the chat.
He did. He
I'm saying offense. Yeah, I wasn't going to specifically say left tackle. I was just going to say the offensive line as a whole. But yeah, that left tackle spot is critical. We need Chaplin to come in and play like he's been playing his entire collegiate career. If he can do that, man, that opens up a lot. You got to know that Jackson Dart. Nah, I keep saying Jackson Dart. Jackson Arnold is a kid who, when we talk about Oklahoma, he's got a lot of PTSD. Like when you have a team that gets decimated like that, particularly on the offensive line, you get hit a lot. He took a lot of punishment at Oklahoma. And what that does to a quarterback mentally is why you see Hugh Freeze saying, hey, he needs his confidence and things like that. It's because pass rush starts to rent space in your head after you take so many hits. You start hearing ghosts even when they're not coming. And I think that's the biggest hurdle for Jackson Arnold is he's got to get over that, like, hey, I'm not about to get hit every play. This offensive line is actually good. I can set my feet properly and throw a clean ball. But in order for that to happen, that left tackle spot has got to be solidified. Because the moment he started getting if we go in that Baylor game, he started getting tattooed, then I think we might as well bring in another quarterback. Because you're never going it's like a golfer with the yips. Once they start renting space in your head and start thinking about it, you're never gonna think you have enough time to throw the ball comfortably.
That part.
Even if they drop an 8, you always gonna feel a pass rush. So they got to do a good job of keeping him clean. And like you free said, instilling that confidence in him so that he doesn't see or hear ghosts in that pocket against other teams.
Yep.
On the defensive side of the ball, that's interesting, man. I would say
I give you one. I give you one. I give you the defense
pass
side of the ball.
rush.
I was gonna say the interior defensive line, because like I
Okay.
always say, like I always said, like on the interior side of the defensive line, you need somebody that can get pressure in the quarterback's face. Because if you have, let's just say you got Keldrick Faulk on the outside, you got Kieran Crawford on the outside, they're getting good pass rush. They're rushing to. And I always say this: rush the deepest shoulder of the quarterback. They are doing that. They're in the pocket. But if you do that, and the quarterback has the opportunity to step up in the pocket to make a throw, you need a pass rusher in the interior that can push the line and play 2 yards on the other side of the offensive side of the ball. So I think interior pass rush is probably 1A or 1B most important position on the defense, in my personal opinion. That's how I'm gonna rock with that, because if we can get that pass rush in the quarterback's face and he can't step up to throw the football, now the pocket collapse, and now you have a Keldrick Faulk or a Kieran Crawford sack, in my opinion. And then if he were to get away, now he can't set his feet is messy, he throws a bad ball. Now you have an opportunity for linebackers to scrape, especially if you got a linebacker spying a quarterback. Let's say for instance we playing a Taylor Green or a Marcel Reed. If you can get the pass to step up in his face, now if he spills out to the right or to the left, if you got a linebacker that's spying him, now that linebacker has an opportunity to get to the quarterback and make a play. And if he's trying to make a pass on the run, trying to make a throw on the run, not 7-8 times out of 10, it won't be an accurate pass. And so now you give your secondary a chance to make a play on the ball and stuff like that. So I think interior pass rush, in my personal opinion, is where I think we need.
That's a very good one. I got a question for you.
Okay.
Do you think that comes via one player? What I mean by that is, do we have a player?
Jordan Crawford there, yes.
Well, yeah.
You put Jordan Crawford in the game, yes.
Because a lot of teams create interior pass rush by just moving DNs to the inside or passing downs.
They can do that. Yeah, they can do that.
Do you think that's the case, or do you think like we have? I know you just mentioned Jordan Crawford, but do you think we have any other players besides that can actually do both show up in the run, be unmovable, and actually generate some pass rush in the interior without having to change personnel?
I think
because we play a lot of up tempo offenses.
I think Dallas Walker can give you that. I really believe that. I think Dallas Walker the fourth can give you that. I mean, Dallas Walker the fourth wasn't a highly rated 4-star guy coming out of high school for no reason. You know what I'm saying? I think he can give you that, and he's a big body in the middle as well. So he can clog up that space, and he's not slow. He's athletic enough, to be able to do that. Would you want to see Malik Autry, take that next step and be that guy and potentially be in that? Yeah,
that'd be great.
That'd be great, especially if you got him and Jordan Crawford, making that step to the next level, and you seeing the future of what it will be when everybody's gone, when the guys that are there not gone. I think we got the guys, man. I think you just gotta. I don't want to use the word patience, because I know us as Auburn fans are tired of hearing that word patient. I know we want to win now, and I said earlier in the show that we have to expect to win and not. I think Travell said it best. We can't be praying for wins and expecting losses. Something he said like that to that degree, and stuff like that. So
that was last year in a nutshell.
That's it. But my thing is, like, when we started getting all this talent on this team, and the talent is starting to look similar to the top echelon teams in the country, I'm just saying we have to start expecting Auburn to start winning these games. You know, there's this old cliche about first you lose big, then you lose small, then you win small, then you start winning big. I honestly believe last year was us losing small, because when you go back and look at the games that we played, we were in a lot of those games, and something happened to where the rails just fell off. Now this year, I think we are in that. I think Auburn is in that area of saying now we can win small. We can win some of these close games now. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what we are this year. So, like a lot of those games that we lost last year, those games this year, I think are wins this year. You know. So,
do you think the coaching staff, particularly Freeze, well, all of them really, what do you think they learned from last year? Because I'm a firm believer that like you don't lose, you learn. Like what do you think they learned from last year that maybe they'll implement into this year or make us a better team?
that's a great question, bro. That's a really good.
Well, I know he's gonna know the 2-minute rule now.
Yeah, he's gonna know the 2-minute rule. Yeah, he'll know that. But my thing is this, man. I think Coach Freeze went out and got all the talent that he needed. Yeah, that's funny, bro. They still that's from the chat. That's from the text thread. I don't know, man. I'm gonna be real with you. Maybe that's a really good question because I can't get in Hugh Freeze's mind. I can only speculate what I think what he probably has learned.
So
hopefully he learns to run the ball more. I'm gonna say that.
Okay.
Hopefully he learned that once you get up, hopefully he learned not to be greedy. That's what I'm hoping. Like, especially like let's like what I'm saying, for instance, like the Oklahoma game. Run the ball. You know what I'm saying? Don't need to throw the ball at the end of the game. Just run the ball.
Tell you a question about that.
Go ahead.
Gus Malzahn was largely the exact opposite. And the fan base complained that we got we played not to lose a lot of games instead of winning. He took his foot off the gas.
Took his foot off the gas. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Because I will say in the national championship game, he took his foot off the gas in the third quarter.
Right. So how do you balance that? How does Hugh Freeze balance that?
But here's the thing though. Like let's like this is where you get into clock management. So
right.
Let's say Auburn is up. Let's say Auburn is up, I don't know, a touchdown, maybe 10 points in the fourth quarter with 9 minutes left in the game, right? Let's say that. I don't believe that I believe running the ball, taking time while you running the ball, not trying to call plays quick, not trying to have a hurry up, no huddle type style offense and things and stuff like that. I think just being deliberate, slow, deliberate about the play calls that you have on field. Shout out to Sharpshooters for shout out to Sharpshooters Sports Talk in the chat with us. What up, B Sharp? But just having that being deliberate, but not being too fast and not being so just gun ho. I'm just trying to get every play out. Just being like, all right, at that particular time in the game, you have to play not to lose at that game, at that particular time. Like
he said that though.
Points. But that didn't match what we saw on the field though. That's
no, I'm talking about he didn't say it during last season. This was like maybe a couple weeks ago in the press conference. He was like, I think somebody asked him what he learned from his stint in the SEC. He was like, when I was at Ole Miss, I used to just play fast all the time. And I've learned since then that you have to be a little bit more slow and methodical.
It doesn't feel like that's what he did last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then of course, maybe it was the fact that, he didn't believe in the kicking game at that time. Because if you believe in the kicking game, if you believe you have a kicker that can make a 45, 50-yard field goal, do you call things separate? Do you call certain things differently?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, like,
Hindsight is 2020 though.
It is. That's what it is. So my thing is, man, I hope my whole hope is that this year Hugh Freeze on the offensive side of the ball gets a feel for the game. Is what I'm trying to say. I hope he gets a feel for the game. I hope he understands the game. I hope he understands how the game is progressing. I hope he understands and kind of thinks through what potentially could happen in the third and fourth quarter in the second half of the game, and not just look at this possession, but see how this possession can set something up for the third quarter or the fourth quarter or something like that. I just that's the one thing I'm hoping. So if he said, well, he did say that. I'm just saying he did say that, but because now that you say that, I saw that in the interview in the press conference. He did say that, but my thing is, can he put it in practice? Is the question.
Mm.
Can he put it in practice? So I don't. That's the biggest thing, and I think what we're looking for in the Baylor game is that, because let's just say Baylor comes in. Let's just say not Baylor. Let's just say Auburn comes in, and I said, what if Auburn comes out and dominates Baylor in his first game? What if Auburn comes out and dominates Baylor? What if Auburn is up like, I don't know, 38-17 in the fourth quarter? When the fourth quarter comes, are we still seeing this Auburn team try to throw the ball down the field instead of just trying to milk the clock and just get out of there with a W? Are we being greedy? Or are we trying to play to win the game and not lose it, and not try to get them back in the game? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think he's RPO through and through. So
if that's the case, bro,
if they load the box to stop us from running it, then he's gonna be passing it no matter what time it is on the clock.
So you think so? Okay. So you think everything he said about playing slower and him playing faster was just for cameras that day? You don't think that's gonna happen?
No, I think some truth to it, but I just know that like playing too slow can get you beat too.
It's a lot of hope. I mean, yeah, but playing slow in the right moments. Right. What I'm saying is if you up 38-17 with 8 minutes left in the game, if you think the game, if you think about it,
that game's over.
That's what I'm saying. But if you playing fast and you get 3 incompletions in a row, you stopping the clock every time the ball is incompleted. Now you've only taken 23 seconds off the clock, and you've given another offense that probably have 2 timeouts enough time to go down the field and score quick, and then come back on defense and get another stop potentially. And now you forcing
football,
and you potentially gonna have other incompletions. So I'm just saying, like, if you run the ball, the clock is gonna run, stay in bounds, and then even if they have to use their timeouts, guess what? If they use all their timeouts, they can't stop the clock again until the 2-minute timeout. So I mean, that's the type of thing that you have to do when you thinking the game through, man. So I don't know, man. I hope that's what he learned.
What's interesting is like he's after the scrimmage, he's pretty much said like the running back room has had a lot of trouble moving the ball against his defense. And some of the people I've heard that have viewed some practices and viewed like the scrimmage or reports from the scrimmage, and says that whenever that first team defense is out there, the run game is pretty much non-existent. Which is interesting, because in the group chat I put the post about Damari being second in Vegas odds.
Yeah. Shout out to Jess. Just means more.
Yeah, I wouldn't have put him that high.
I bleed crimson. Welcome around the water cooler, my guys.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have put Damari that high on that list. But I also know that Vegas is rarely wrong. So if Vegas feels like he's got the second best odds to be the lead rusher in the SEC, then theoretically what you're saying is true. We up 38-17. we should be feeding that guy.
We should be. That's what I'm saying. But is Vegas looking at it from the fact of what we've been saying about this wide receiving room is going to be so prolific that teams are going to be trying to stop that, and that it's just going to be so open in the box for us to run the ball against. Like teams are going to only have like 5 guys, four or 5 guys in the box because they're going to be dropping 8 anyway. Because they're just going to be so worried about the pass game. So
I don't think that's going to happen though.
Are they looking at it from that perspective as well? Like it's weird. I
think so, but I think they're looking at the offensive line.
Okay.
And I think they view Damari as a running back talent that could start on a lot of teams in the SEC. Like I think he's a talented running back. Vegas is just not in the business of losing money. You know what I mean? Like they don't put those lines out there just to lose money. They really believe that if they put him up there like that. I particularly don't think that we're gonna see a lot of empty boxes. That Baylor game, I can almost guarantee you they're gonna load the box and see if Jackson Arnold can beat it. And given what Auburn has put from a quarterback position in recent history, if I'm playing them, I'm probably gonna do the same thing too.
So you think
until proven otherwise, I want to see if you can field the quarterback that can beat us.
So you saying you think Baylor puts pressure on Jackson Arnold? Because if they putting people in the box, that means they sending more than 4. They probably sending 5 or 6.
Why wouldn't you? From what you've seen from Auburn in quarterback play in the past 4 or 5 years, why wouldn't you just load the box and say, hey, y'all gonna have to prove that y'all can beat me through the air? I don't care who you got at quarterback. You're gonna have to prove that he can beat me through the air. Now, if you do that, then we'll change. But other than that, I'm gonna go see if you can beat us through the air with a shiny new toy. That's how I would play it if I was playing.
All right, and so, but then let's just say what we've been hearing out of camp is that Jackson Arnold has been good on the short stuff, the short routes is what he's been good on. Hasn't had a problem with that. They've been saying he's been holding the ball on some longer developing routes. Okay, it is what it is. But the short stuff he's been on target with. He's been on point with the on target stuff and things and stuff of that nature. What do you do then? Like, are you drop because if that's the case, if you are loading the box at that time as a defensive coordinator and you sending pressure to me, and now let's just say let's say Baylor runs a 4-2-5. Let's say Baylor runs a 4-2-5 defense. All right. So if you're saying they run a 4-2-5 defense in the box, they got 6 potentially with the nickel back. They got a guy that could potentially in the box that's probably playing in and out, but more than likely out of that box because of what you've been hearing about these receivers and things and stuff of that nature. But you're gonna bring 5 if that's the case. If you're gonna put pressure on him, you're gonna bring 5. If you're gonna blitz, you're gonna bring 6. So that means if you blitz and you bring in both linebackers, or you bring in or you got a fire call with probably a nickel back or one of those cornerbacks that's blitzing. So if that's the case, if he start eating them up with those short passes in the middle, across the middle of the field, and they start turning into long gains, now you start backing out the box. Now I'm about to just run the ball on you because now I got you in a conundrum. I don't know what you gonna do now. What you gonna do now?
That's true. But here's the thing: you and I both know that Auburn doesn't want to live like that.
That's
because theoretically they could have did that with Peyton Thorne all last year because he could throw short passes.
Well, yeah, we understand that. Well, he kind of had to stop routes at the 10 at the 10. What we were complaining about was he didn't have a lot of mesh. Like it wasn't a lot of mesh concepts that we didn't see a lot of last year.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of mesh concepts. It wasn't a lot of like the runs through the air, like the bubble screens and just like running the ball through the air. It wasn't a ton of that. And I think that's just Hugh Freeze's offense. I think he just really wants to push the ball down the field. When he does drop back to pass it, he wants to take deep shots down the field.
Okay.
So I don't know if they actually had a playbook to achieve that. What you're gonna see is Cam Coleman down the field. What you're gonna see is Horatio Fields down the field.
So you're gonna
see Malcolm Simmons
you don't see
streaking down the middle of the field.
So you don't see any type of intermediate type stuff in this offense this year.
I mean, you'll see it, but I don't think they're gonna call a ton of it.
I don't like that. If that's the case, I don't like that.
I don't think it's gonna be as deliberate like as you see some other teams. Like it's not a pro style offense. It is made to stress out the defense sideline to sideline with these receivers and create space for the run game. And what I'm telling you is that, like, if I'm playing Auburn and I'm looking at the quarterback play and what they put on the field in the last 5 years, I'm just gonna play the run, and I'm gonna make you prove to me that you can beat me on the outside, that you can be on time and on target enough to beat me on the outside. I'm not gonna get scared over one play because Cam Coleman called an 80-yard pass on me in the first quarter. No, I'm still gonna continue to say, because I know you want to get back to this run game. You ultimately want to do that. No matter what you say or how you line up, you ultimately want to get back to handing this ball off.
Of course.
So I'm just going to stop that, and I'm going to put all the pressure on this kid who just had this hell of a season. Well, I ain't gonna say hell of a season, but had this bad season at Oklahoma, who has PTSD from getting hit so much, who had a fumbling problem. I'm gonna put all the pressure on him. If he can beat us, cool. If he can't, then we gonna walk out of Waco with a W. So that's how I would play it if I was playing them. And I don't see any reason why would I guard something that they've shown that they can't really do. They can't really achieve.
No, you got a point. No, I got a point. No, you got a good point there. Like I'm not disagreeing with your point there, but I think the original question was like, what has Hugh Freeze learned? And we said that him playing slow, but then it went to, you know, if I'm the defense, this is what I would do in this situation. And I'm saying, and if I'm understanding this correctly, you saying you don't think that Hugh Freeze is going to play slow. You don't think that's in his DNA to do that, is what you're saying.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't. And I just
so basically
he plays slow, but at the wrong times.
So basically, as the defense, if you were the defense coordinator, you would just basically call defenses that would make Hugh Freeze continue to play the way he wants to play all day, all game.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh man. Well, Coach Freeze, if you watching,
yep.
Coach Freeze, if you watching this, please, man, please, Coach Freeze.
Especially now, I think Baylor's starting running back got hurt.
No, that's their backup. The starting running back.
Okay.
They starting running back is Byron Washington. He was 1,000-yard back last year. So
okay. If I'm able to run the ball if I'm Baylor, pretend Tez is the coach of Baylor.
Okay.
All right. If I come out of here in this game and I'm able to run the football on that defense, then when I get on defense, I'm loading the box. And I want you to take these shots, because whether you score or not on them, I'm just going to get the ball right back and control the clock. I want to be the last person with the football. I want to be the last person with the football at the half. I want to be the last person with the football at the end of the game. And I want to make you score too fast. I want to make you give up your plays too fast. So I'm going to give you're going to see some one-on-ones on the outside. And you're going to need your quarterback to be accurate in the hit him. If he can, you're going to put us in a poor position. But if he can't, and you go 3 and out, then I'm going to get the ball back. And then I'm going to crank up my run game again. And it's going to be 7-8 minutes before you get the ball back again. That's what I would do to beat us.
You go Vanderbilt.
That's how I would beat us.
You go Vanderbilt.
Not full of Vanderbilt, because I think Sawyer Robinson is a pretty damn good quarterback. That should be on like some top 5 list, but he's not. So they got a passing game. They have a quarterback that can spin it. I wouldn't go full triple option Vanderbilt, but I lean on that run game. You got a 1,000-yard rusher in there if I'm able to run the ball on Auburn.
This is the thing though, man. Shout out to Blade Crystal for that, man. I appreciate that, man. We trying to do good things over here at Water Cooler Talk, man. We appreciate that, man. We just trying to grow, glow. What is it? Grow, glow, and show is what we try to do. It's a little tongue twister, but it is what it is. But to your point, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but to Ed Darby's point here, I agree with you a whole heart. I understand what you're saying, Tez. I do, but do we think that okay, let's say this. Let's say this. Everything that we have said about Hugh Freeze is that he has been too honest with the media, right? So if we are saying that he's been too honest with the media, right? If he came out and said that one thing that I have learned is that I played too fast at Ole Miss, and I need to do that better here. Do we not think that can translate to this season? Because one thing he was telling us was we need better talent. What did he do? We now got a bunch of talent on this roster. So now this roster competes with a lot of other rosters nationally in the upper echelon. So if he's telling us, what did I learn? I learned that I don't need to play as fast a lot now.
Mm-hmm.
Are we not confident with everything else that he has told us throughout the 2 years he's been here at Auburn that that's something that would change this year, especially with the fact that he has the talent that he's been so searching for at Auburn? Like, do we not think that now, because of what he's been saying all offseason about, man, this roster, I love this roster, I love where we at, I love what this roster is. You don't think now he's connecting what he has talent-wise and what he said in that press conference together to where we see something different this year on the offensive side of the ball because he believes so much in what this roster is doing? Like, do you not think that potential could happen?
Man, I think so, but I just think, like, I think when he said that, he was specifically talking about how he played at Ole Miss versus how he called plays at Auburn. Like, I don't think he's played fast at Auburn. Not as fast as he did at Ole Miss. So I think that's what he was saying. Like, I've slowed down since then.
Wait. Okay. So you said wait. So you saying
at Ole Miss it was breakneck speed. But to be fair, that time in college football was all about tempo. During that time, the teams that were going fast were going breakneck speed.
I agree with you. Yeah, that's true.
But here's the thing. I don't know if it's in Hugh Freeze's DNA, but I think the way, like you said, if we up 38-17, that means that we had to run the ball, in my opinion. I think the way that we come out in this Baylor game against Waco, this Baylor game in Waco, even if they load the box, I want to see us push this team around.
But okay, I give you a good example. Texas A&M game last year, right? I think that game is how Hugh Freeze wants to play with this offense every game. I'm not mad about that. You go up 21-7 and going into halftime. All right. I think that's only a 2-touchdown lead. If it was more like 28-7, 24-7, I probably would have felt a little bit more comfortable. You maybe if you 21-7, you want to get another touchdown. And then from there, start depending on your defense and the running game to get you to the end of the game. That's when you start putting the clock. That's when you start seeing the coaching and the game management come into play. Because
we almost lost that game, though.
That's what I'm saying. Because he kept trying to play his game. He kept trying to play, fast and stuff like that. Now, I understand, like, if it's 21-7, you come out at halftime, you want to get another touchdown. You want to get another touchdown just to give you a little bit of speed. But after that, now depend on your defense. Let your defense go out there and get some stops. And then you come out and you just run the ball and you just out there just taking it easy. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I feel like offenses have to be more multiple now than they are just RPO or just air raid or just pro style. So like, you got to be able to do a lot of stuff. If I was an offensive coordinator, I think my offenses would be. I think players would probably hate my offense because it'll probably be the most confusing offense ever because it'll be RPO, air raid, pro style, all mixed together. Because I will be trying to strategize and think about each part of the game. Because like And I don't, if I was the head coach, if I was offensive coordinator, I would try to score as much as I can in the first half. Try to get a quick score out of halftime, and then just bleed the clock.
With the backup sense.
Bleed the clock the rest of the game. Run the ball. You know what I'm saying? Just run the ball. But I don't know if that's something that I like. To Ed's point, man, I feel where Ed coming from. He said, when is Hugh Freeze going to look at himself? You have the talent, but have you grown?
Yeah.
We're gonna learn this year. We're gonna learn this year for real. We're gonna learn for real. I don't know, man. I don't know. And Freeze players is everyone who plays as a TD if executed properly. That's the thing.
That's every play in college football. Like
every offensive coordinator in football. That's every offensive coordinator in college football. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Ted said a couple of shows back. He was like, defensive coordinators defensive guys are better head coaches because they know how to complement our offense with their defense because of how did you put it, Ted? Like, please tell us how you put it.
Yeah, I basically said that defensive head coaches make better head coaches because they know how to play complementary football. They know how to look at how their defense is playing and then tell the offensive coordinator, we need to play like this. So if their defense they can't get off the field on third down, then they'll go to the offense and say, hey, we need to run the ball more. We need to take more time on offense. You need to give these guys a break. Whereas offensive coordinators just want to run their system. They don't care how the defense is playing. Defense can be playing. In the example I use, and I use the example a lot because you can really see it. Not to rag on Alabama, but that Alabama Vanderbilt game was a classic example of what I'm talking about because you had a defense out there, Alabama's defense, who couldn't get off the field on third down. But when they got the ball on offense, they didn't try to possess the ball and run the clock or play that type of game too. Kalen DeBoer ran his system. He took shots down the field. He ran Jalen Hurts. He hunted big plays. It resulted in 3 and outs. And then Vanderbilt would just get the ball and hold on to it for 8 minutes. Even when they scored a touchdown, they hit a big play to Ryan Williams, scored a touchdown quick. It was like, yeah, that's nice, but you scored too fast because we just gonna get the ball and hold on to it. Yeah. And I feel like defensive coaches are able to see that because that's their defense out there. So they're able to see like, oh, these guys are just running the ball, possessing the clock, and keeping us on the field. So they're able to see that and then turn around to their offense and say, hey, we don't need you to take these shots down the field. Yeah. We need you to run this ball and keep it for 5 minutes. Yeah. And then we could be successful. Yeah. There's a point in some games where the clock and time of possession becomes more important than scoring points.
I agree.
And I'm telling you, though, a good example of that game, and I'm not just bragging on Alabama because I'm an Auburn fan, but it's literally a perfect example of what I'm talking about. If you watch that game and how it unfolded.
I agree with you, Tez. Hopefully we see that change this year. And hopefully it's something that we see different now. Ed Darby said, play your personnel, knowing your team, coaching. Yeah. Shout out to 21, always giving us the great. And shout out to Just Means More, who was in the chat, giving us some great comments as well. Yeah, what we were talking about, what they were working on at practice on the Friday scrimmage as well. He also had something else in the chat where he said, I do believe Freeze is more involved this year. He's been 80% recruit. That is true. This is very true. Mm-hmm. Especially when I put it like this. Georgia last year. That's all I'm gonna say. Georgia last year. What he is predicting right here is the reason why you saw that certain play last year against Georgia in the fourth quarter, at the beginning of the fourth quarter. That's what I'll say to that. It is what it is, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man. By the way, make sure that y'all are with us every game this year for Auburn. We'll be doing Auburn live game watches every year. I mean, every game this season is going to start with Baylor, August 29th, 6:45 p.m. Central Standard Time, 15 minutes before kickoff for every game. We're going to go live, and we're going to be there throughout the whole game. It's a live game watch. That's what we're going to be doing, man. Auburn, Baylor. We're going to be here. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here giving y'all some great content, man. Watch the game with me, man. I'm building everything out right now. Trying to give you that ESPN level quality here on the YouTube streets, man. So hopefully y'all enjoy it when y'all come around and rock out with us as well, man. I appreciate you, man. I apologize tonight that the phone lines was messing up. I don't know why they were messing up tonight, man. But hey, I'm gonna get it fixed. And trust me, I'm gonna make sure to get it fixed because we want y'all to always call in to be a part of the show as well. But the live game watch is August 29th, 6:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. 15 minutes before game, 15 minutes before kick, every Auburn game. We're gonna be here, man. So mark it on your calendar. Come watch the game with your boy Nick Frazier around the water cooler. Auburn versus Baylor. August 29th, Friday night as well. Tez, tell them where they can find you at, my guy.
Man, that's me, top left-hand corner, SEC Season. You can find me there. It's SEC Season on YouTube and on Twitter. And you find my personal page at Codename Tez on Twitter. I'm gonna give y'all a little nugget here. I have right now, let me look at it so I can be sure. Just real quick. I don't want to misquote this. I think I have 54 subscribers to my page right now.
Okay.
I've been working hard at this. Nick knows it. Everybody that knows me knows I've been working hard at this. It's now time for me to start putting out some content for real. So tomorrow, I don't know what time, but if you subscribe, you should get a notification. I plan on going live just for the day one subscribers for the 54 people because I haven't told anybody else, but and nobody else will get the notifications unless you subscribe. But for the 54 people that are subscribed, I'm going to kick this thing off with just a question and answer thing for you guys where you can kind of ask me anything. You can pick my brain, any questions about football, about Auburn, about life, about space. If you don't know, I'm a space addict, but you can ask me anything. It should be fun, man. And I look forward to seeing some of you guys there tomorrow, man. It'll probably be around midday. Once I get done with my daily tasks for the day, my work that I got to get done, probably around 1 or 2 o'clock. But it should be cool, and it'll be a time where I can kind of test out my platform, make sure everything's working well before I get it all up and running and invite everybody into it. So if you're one of those 54 people that are subscribed, be on the lookout tomorrow. And if you are not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe so that you can get a notification for that tomorrow, man. And we gonna chop it up. I might, I'm gonna send the link out, and maybe some of these guys, maybe Nick will join. Maybe I get some of these guys to come in and join. But yeah, y'all can just come in there tomorrow, man. Come with your questions too. Ask me some interesting things. I want y'all to really test the old brain that Tez has.
That's what it is, man. Shout out to Ted. Ted said he gonna be on there. He gonna be on there. That's what it said. Look at that. Seahawks said he just subscribed. It is. Karen in the chat. Karen said Mateer is allegedly engaged in sports betting, including NCAA. Whoa, is this breaking news?
Yeah, I didn't heard that.
Wow, if this is breaking news, bro, that's big for Oklahoma. Whoa, if that's the case, hey, a lot. If that's the case, yo,
who's the backup?
That's the question. That's what I'm saying. That's the question. If that's the case, yo, I'm off Oklahoma, bro. I'm off Oklahoma. I'm gonna be off Oklahoma a lot. That might change my prediction for that game because I had Auburn losing to Oklahoma at Oklahoma. But if this goes through and he can't play for the season, he gets suspended, Auburn might win that game at Oklahoma, bro.
Oh wow, yeah,
she said according to Venmo transactions. Oh,
yeah, I'm literally looking at this on Twitter right now. They have Venmo transactions.
Oh,
hey, why would you put sports gambling in the? This is weird, but yeah, this is coming from some reputable sources too.
Ooh, we might go 11-1 because the 2 games I had us losing was Oklahoma, and I had us losing at Arkansas. So
and he's deleted all of his Venmo. All of his Venmo transactions have been deleted.
Yo, if that happens, bro, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. But even though if they say it happened before college, I mean, they still gonna try to find a way to suspend him for it. They're gonna still try to find some way to punish him for it. Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. It is what it is, man. Man, like if that's the case, I'm gonna be trying to follow that one because if that happens, that changes my prediction for that game.
I just refuse to. I don't know. I hope he's not that dumb to do that on Venmo. with the public transactions, and literally the ones I saw have sports betting as like the subject of it, like of the transaction.
Oh man,
It's
that's
like,
crazy. That's crazy.
I hope he didn't do that.
That might change my perspective. That would change my perspective a lot for that game. Because what put that game over the top for me was two things. It was John Mateer and Ben Arbuckle as a package coming from Washington State, and them being in charge of the offense, and the fact that Brent Venables is going to be calling the defense this year. That changes things.
Well, I'll tell you what.
And one of those two
now,
things. So
now Jaden Ott, those rushing numbers, if he's unable to play, Jaden Ott should become one of the favorites to lead the SEC in rushing.
This is the thing, though. When Jaden Ott played against us last year from Cal, he didn't do much. Auburn stopped him.
Yeah, he didn't do much. He did a lot against everybody except for Auburn. Auburn's the kryptonite.
Yeah, he did a lot. I got a phone call coming in before we get out. We're gonna test this and see if it worked. Let me check and see if it worked. Let me see if they can hear him. Hello,
I hear it.
Cooler. Can you hear us? Can you hear him too?
I hear him, but he's just yelling.
Okay, so if Ted's can hear him, that means the chat can hear him. But who's calling? Who around the water cooler? Okay, all right. This is weird, but appreciate you calling. If you don't want to tell us who you are, so apparently somebody the chat can hear this as well, because I see I Bleed Corpse said it sounds like he got played under the ocean. So all right, man. Appreciate you calling in, whoever it is. Thank you so much for calling in. Somebody from New Jersey, I think it was. So shout out to them for calling in.
It sounds like we got a lot going on, man. I don't
know what's happening. So okay, so it's working. I knew it wasn't me. I knew it was just something else, man. So the chat heard it. Tez heard it. So I had it fixed right. I don't know what the problem was, man. But whoever that was, appreciate them calling in. So it actually was fixed. I don't know why the chat couldn't hear them before, but hey, man, like y'all know, man, we do call-in shows over here, man, and we appreciate everybody calling in, wanting to be a part of the show. And we thank whoever that was calling, man, but we could not understand. It sounded like he was, yeah. I was okay. All right, I guess.
Probably a Tennessee fan.
Probably. And I'm sorry, Tennessee fan.
I don't know.
If it was a Tennessee fan, what I said early in the show, I still stand by it. I think y'all sealing this year 7 games. I'm just gonna be real, man. And my hot take for the night: Tennessee loses to Syracuse in the first game of the season. Sorry.
I will tell y'all this. So tomorrow when we do this little test run, I think Nick's seen this. I've ranked the entire SEC.
Yes.
We may or may not discuss that tomorrow, just for the sake of it. I'll bring that list, and y'all can tell me what y'all think. I know some people not gonna like it. It's all good.
I've seen the list. And y'all are gonna be surprised where he has Auburn. Tell y'all that right now. Y'all gonna be surprised where he got Auburn. I'll be surprised. All right, man. Let's get out of here, man. We have taken up a lot of y'all time tonight, man. We appreciate y'all, man. We'll be back Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, back around the water cooler as well. We'll be back here 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, back around the water cooler for our Wednesday show. And we appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here around the water cooler as always, and continuing to rock with us, man. Before y'all get out of here, man, please hit the follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, man. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk. On Twitter, follow us on Twitter at CoolersPod23 as well. And of course, subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell button here on YouTube, so you know when we post more videos and when we go live here around the water cooler. This is a call-in show. We call in. We put the number out there. We would love for people to call in and chat with us. We know y'all chatting. We know y'all chatting in the chat, but we would love for y'all to call in and talk with us. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes the show great. You know, we trying to take the show to a whole nother level. Is what we trying to go to. We trying to go to a whole nother level. And everybody that know that, you know, that's the Mad TV days. You know, it is what it is. So if you know Mad TV, that's what that is. Man, we appreciate y'all again, man. Before we get out of here, man, y'all have a good one. Better yet, man, y'all have a great one. Y'all be blessed, man. Make sure y'all give the man upstairs above his, because he deserves all the praise and the glory. And until Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, back around the water cooler, it is one love. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? We are out this mug. We holla. Y'all be easy, man. Peace.
Boys and girls of all ages, you're tuned into the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Water Cooler Talks with your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss an episode.